Hello everyone. Our today's topic is isomers. In that we see the definition of isomers, type of isomers and subtype of isomers. So first we start with the isomers. The organic compound having a same molecular formula but different in their structure are known as isomers. The phenomenon of isomers is known as isomerization. The isomers are firstly divided into the two parts. First is a structural and second is a stereoisomers. The structural isomers also known as a constitutional isomers and the stereoisomers also known as a configurational isomers. Structural isomers are having a same molecular formula but different in their order of connectivity. In case of a stereoisomers, they have same molecular formula but different in their direction of group. The structural isomers subdivided into the 6 part: chain, positional, functional, ring chain, metamerism and tautomerism. Stereoisomers are divided into 2 parts: geometrical and optical isomers. Firstly we see the structural isomers. In that first, chain isomers. Chain isomers having a same molecular formula but different in their arrangement of carbon skeleton. They have similar chemical properties, slightly different physical properties. More the branching, lower the boiling point. It means increasing the branching, lowering in the boiling point of the compound. So example is the first is a example. So first is compound in a straight chain and second compound in a branched chain. So both having a same molecular formula but different in their chain. First is in a straight chain and second is in a branch chain. There is a difference between the chain isomers. Firstly the chemical. It shows similar chemical properties because the same functional group is present. As in a physical properties such as a density and the boiling point shows according to the degree of branching. More the branching, less the boiling point of the compound. Then the boiling point, the degree of branching is greater, then the lower the boiling point. The branching which decreases the effectiveness of intermolecular forces, less energy has to be put in a separate the molecule. Next, second type is a positional isomer, same molecular formula but different in their position of functional group. Example, first is a 1 propanol and this is a second propanol. In this, the functional group is a OH hydroxy group or alcohol. The position of functional group is different. Here's it attached to the first and here's it attached to the second compound. So the example of A is positional isomer. Next type is a functional isomer, same molecular formula but different in their functional group. First example is a 1 butanol, second is a ethoxy ethane. Both having a different functional group. It having a alcohol group, OH hydroxy group, and it having a ether group. So different in their functional group but the same molecular formula. Next point is a metamers. The isomers which having a different carbon chain length along a functional group. So in this example is methoxypropane and ethoxyethane. The functional group which attached to the here's the functional group and here's the 3 carbons, and on right side it has 3 carbon, in left side it has a 1 carbon. Same example regarding to this functional group O, it having a 2 carbons in both sides. So here's the carbon chain length is a different on a other sides of the functional group, means the compounds are a metamers. So last type is a tautomers which exists in equilibrium. Example is here's the example which exists equilibrium. Next example is a next type is a ring chain. Here's the difference in their ring but having a same molecular formula. First is a cyclopentane and next is a cyclopentane methane and this is a cyclohexane. Both having a same molecular formula but different in their ring formation. Here's the structural isomers are completed. So next type is a stereoisomers. The stereoisomers are divided into two parts, geometrical and optical. These geometrical isomers occurs due to the restricted rotation of a carbon double bond carbon that form a cis and trans. As compared to optical, they occur when a molecule have a chiral center get a two non-superimposable mirror image. So firstly, the chiral center means also known as asymmetric center. A carbon atom containing a four different group are known as a chiral compound. Here's the example. The carbon which attached to the four different group. First is a hydrogen, second methyl, next carboxy group and hydroxy group. The carbon is a chiral molecule or chiral central carbon. So geometrical isomers containing cis, trans and Z and E model. In optical there are three, D, L, RS and erythro. So next point is a configurational. The arrangement of atoms that characterize the particular stereoisomers. There are two configurations. First is a absolute which containing RS and second is a relative which contain D and L model. So RS is a absolute and D and L is a relative configurational. The stereoisomers also known as directional, orientational, configurational, special arrangement isomers. A Kekulé that proposed the sp2 hybridization giving in a square and planar model. So here's a Wandt have togetherly proposed that the sp3 model in a label. For example, this is the compound containing carbon containing compound having a 4 hydrogens. Here we stand, then we see the dark line which is above the plane and shaded line which is below the plane. This is the right hand compound and this is the left hand compound. So this is the carbon containing wedge projection model. If we convert into the Fischer projection, then it may be like this: the carbon containing R side, L side above the plane and below the plane. Above the plane is a dark line, below the plane is a shaded line. So this is the Fischer projection structure of the carbon. Next we see the eclipsed, skew and staggered structure of the carbons. So here are the two carbons, first C and second C. Both are connected by a bond containing a 3 hydrogens. So here's the hydrogens which are attached to the carbons are in a 120 bond angles. Due to the HH there is a repulsion between the two hydrogens. Also these two hydrogens repulsions occur. Due to the two carbon containing above the plane H, due to their same charges, repulsion may occur, undergo interconversion to form a stagger. Repulsion between them, that the carbon of the last will be changed or first will be changed into the staggered form. Here's the example of eclipsed. Is the normal form of the compound which is in a eclipsed. Both carbon in a same places attached to the same carbon attached to the bond containing the 3 hydrogens. When repulsion between the above hydrogens may convert into the staggered form, means it rotate to the 60 degree to the right and form a staggered structure. Eclipsed is a more torsional strain and the staggered is a more stable. It have a more reactivity and less stable as compared to the eclipse. The staggers are a more stable, less reactive and less torsional strain. The 0 degree means it is in a normal position. When it rotate to the 60 degree, then it converted into the staggered structure. Here's the example. For example, the histamine less alkyl group written at the front side. So this is the front side, less bulky group which is attached to the front side means the NH2 which attached to the front carbon, and the more bulky group which attached to the last carbon or back carbon. So this is the cis model. If this is the syn model which converted into the anti model when if the angle which rotate to the 80 degree, the more bulky group which move to the below position of the carbon. This is the anti model and this is the syn model. In between the model is called Gauge model. The energy barrier required for this 7 kilocalorie per mole. The syn and anti models are shows in a N-butane and the eclipsed and staggered model which are seen in a alkane. The eclipse is converted into the staggered by rotating the angle 60 degree, and in case of the syns and anti, when syns is converted into the anti form by rotating the 180 degree angles. It is a optical isomers, the stereoisomers which rotate the plane polarized light. The optical isomers possible only when the molecule containing asymmetric carbon or chiral carbon. The polarimetry we use to measure the optical activity of the compound. Here's the polarimeter, the light, here's the light source, polarizer, sample tube, analyzer and a eye. When we see the analyzer, the all light in a different direction are converted into the one single direction by the polarizer, and the passes to the sample. The analyzer which analyze and rotate the compound by the rotation of the compound in a right or left angle. Then the compounds are called a optical isomers. Those rotate the polarized light. The compound which rotate the plane polarized light in a right side, then we call as a D isomers, and it rotate the plane polarized light in a left side, then we known as a L isomers. So firstly we see the D and L isomers. They are present in the following kinds of compounds. So divided into the two types, in a sugar and amino acids. In sugars they are the monosaccharides. So in sugar we use the Fischer projections, and in amino acid we use the Korn rules. Here's the identification of DL isomers in a monosaccharides. The D isomers is a one in a monosaccharide which contain OH on a last but one carbon on a right side, means the compound is a D isomers. Is a one which contain OH group on a last one carbon on a left side, then the compound is a L isomer. Here's the example for D and L carbon. The structure of monosaccharide start from aldehyde and end through alcohol. The last one carbon which attach containing OH and H. If the hydroxy group which is present on a right side, then we call as a D isomer. If the last but one carbon containing OH which is on a left side, then we known as a L isomers. Here's the compound containing last but one carbon containing OH on a left side, then it is a L isomer. If it is in a right side, then we known as a D isomer, but the carbon which is last but one carbon containing hydroxy group. This is only for the monosaccharides. So next, identification of the L isomers in a amino acids by the Korn rule. So where the Korn is a CO means the carboxylic acid, R is a alkyl group, N is a amino group. So here's the rules for the amino acids. Firstly, convert the wedge projection into the Fischer projection. Join the Korn group in a sequence, means firstly carboxy, then alkyl, and then the amine group. It follows the clockwise, then the isomer is a D, or it follows the anti-clockwise, then the isomer is a L. Change the name of isomer when the H is on a horizontal line. If H is present on a horizontal line, then the isomer is converted into the opposite conversion is formed. If it is a clockwise, then it will be anti-clockwise. If it is an anti-clockwise, then it changes to the clockwise. Here's the example for the amino acids. Is present carbon which containing hydrogen, methoxy, carboxylic acid and amino group. It means this is a chiral compound containing 4 different groups, functional groups. So firstly we converted the wedge into the Fischer projection. After that the rule is a join the Korn. So first number given to the carboxylic acid, second number given to the methyl, and third number given to the amine. So by this it rotated this like means the clockwise direction. The clockwise direction we known as a D isomer. If it rotates the anti-clockwise, then it known as a L isomers. So last rule is the when H is on a horizontal line, then change the name of isomer. Here's the example: carbon containing carboxylic acid on a top, methyl group on a lower, in left side amine group, and in a right side H group. So the H which is present on a horizontal line, but by the rule Korn rule, first is go to the carboxy group, second go to the methyl, and third go to the amine. So it rotated as a clockwise direction. So the isomer is a D isomer. But by the rule, when the H is present on the horizontal line, then it converted into the next the isomers will be changed. If it is in a clockwise, then D, then it converted into the L. But if it is in a L, it converted into the D. Here it is in a clockwise, means D isomer. So we known as a L isomers. Next example is a dopamine. So here's the wedge projection, normal structure of dopamine which converted into the Fischer projection by the standing to this carbon. The dark line which is compound written at a above, then the shaded line which written below the plane. This is the right one, and this one compound is in a left one. So here's the left one compound we known as a R. So first number is given to the carboxy group, second given to the methyl, and third given to the amine. So the compound rotate clockwise. It known as a D isomer. It not changes to the L because the H is not present on the horizontal line. This is the L form of L isomer of dopamine, and this one is the L isomer of dopamine. Here's the L isomer of dopamine is a active form. It also known as a leodopamine. It is a product of a dopamine. When it administered in the body, the drug which is a product leodopamine which converted into the dopamine. Next is a RS isomers. It also in a chiral molecule, chiral compound in which contain asymmetric center. The chiral molecules exist the two isomers are a R S. R means the rectus, means right, and S means sinister, which means left. The nomenclature which found by a SIP priority rule, which is as a follow. So firstly, wedge. If a structure is in a compound in a wedge form, then convert it into the Fischer projection. Firstly, identify the chiral carbons. Identify the 4 atoms which is attached to the chiral molecule. Then identify their atomic number. Give the priority 1 to 4 on atomic number. Then close the 4th position and join the 1 to 3. If it is in a clockwise, then it is a R, and if it is an anti-clockwise, then it is S. The same rule which is seen in D and L is the same. When the H is present on a vertical line, then it changes the isomer. The 4th on a horizontal line, then change the RS isomer. If a double bond in a chiral atom, then remove the bond by adding or addition of compound like this carbonyl group, which converted into the OCOC by removal of the double bond. If two atoms having a same atomic number, apply the ghost rule. Same atoms are cancelled and remaining atom form the atomic number and arrange. The 4th priority compound which is on a horizontal line, then change the isomer. Here's the 4th compound which present on horizontal line, then they convert the isomer. Change the isomers. If a R which changes to S, S, then it changes to R. So here's the example for RS. Firstly, converted in wedge projection, which converted into the Fischer. We stand it here, the dark line which is above, shaded line below the right, and this is the left side. So firstly, identify the carbon containing different functional group chiral compound. Then identify their atomic number. By atomic their number, then so here's the bromine, fluorine, chlorine and hydrogen. Highest number given to the bromine. First number given to the bromine due to the highest atomic number. Second number given to the chlorine because it containing atomic number less than the bromine. Third number given to the fluorine, and fourth number which given to the hydrogen. So next rule is the close the 4th position, then arrange the 3, 1, 2, then it rotate like this. Rotation is a anti-clockwise, means the compound is a S form. Second compound, here's the we stand, then the shaded light compound right at a above, dark line right at a above, shaded line below the right, and this is the left. So here's the bromine goes 1, chlorine goes 2, fluorine goes 3 and hydrogen goes 4th number. Arrange it by 1, 2, 3 position. If we arrange it rotate anti-clockwise, means it is a S. But the 4th priority group which is present on horizontal line of the compound, then change the isomer. So S which changes to R. So answer is a R due to the hydrogen which is present on the horizontal line. Next compound containing hydroxy carboxylic hydroxy group, aldehyde group, alcohol group, methyl alcohol and hydrogen. Then the priority rule, first given to the hydroxy, second given to the aldehyde, third given to the this compound and fourth given to the hydrogen. So here's the double bond present on this. So the double bond cancelled and we add the extra C and extra O on a C. the double bond which cancel between the O and C. The C carries the oxygen and O carries the carbon by breaking of the double bond. So by this there are the having a same atomic number, then we cancel the atoms. Here's the hydrogen presents, here's the hydrogen presents. Here's the oxygen present, here's the oxygen present. So by this rule, the here's containing more atoms than the third position, that's why it goes second number and this goes third number. Then by closing the fourth position, arrange into the 1, 2, 3 direction, it rotate in a anti-clockwise, but the fourth position priority atom which is present on a horizontal line, then that's why it changed the isomer and the isomer is a R isomer. So next optical isomer is a erythrio and thrio. The RS nomenclature is used to determine the arrangement of group on a asymmetric carbon, where the erythro and thrio is used to determine the orientation of two higher priority group on a two adjacent symmetric carbon in a molecule. So here's the isomer which have two highest priority group are present on a same side, means the hydroxy group which present on a right side. So it's known as a D-erythrio. If the hydroxy group present on a right side, means the same side of the carbon, both are in a right side, that's why it known as a thrio, means both are in a same side. If they are attached in a opposite side, then it known as a thrio. Same side erythrio, opposite side thrio. Next is a geometrical isomers. In this cis and trans and Z and E model. So firstly we start with the cis and trans. So in this is the example for the cis and trans. The compound which is in a double bonded carbon which contain methyl and hydrogen. This carbon contain methyl and hydrogen. By the double bond, both methyl group which are present in a same side and this methyl group which are present in a opposite side of the double bond. The double bond which containing same group which are present in a same side, then the compound is a cis. If the methyl group which is present on a opposite side of the double bond, then it is called as a trans. Like cycloalkane example, compound in this the shaded line which is NH2H and dark line containing NH2H, shaded line containing benzene ring and hydrogen. Here's the dark line containing HH and shaded line containing NH2 and benzene. So the shaded line which are presented hydrogen are in a same carbon, same side of the carbon, that's why it's called as a cis, and the dark line containing compound are in a same side of the carbon, so this is the cis, and the shaded compound which are present in opposite side of the carbon, so this is the trans compound which is a more active, and the compound is known as the transyl cypromide. Tranyl cypromide compound. The trans isomer is a more active than the cis isomer. Next example for the E and Z model. In this is also by compound which is in a double bond compound containing exist in this the cis and trans and Z and E. D and L isomers, R and S isomers are present in a chiral compound, and cis, trans and Z and E are presented in a double bond containing compound. Here's the compound double bond containing in one side Br fluorine, other side chlorine and hydrogen. Same compound. So here's the by the priority rule, by the SIP rule, first compound, first number given to bromine and second number given to fluorine by dividing the double bond. On other side, first number given to the chlorine and second number given to the hydrogen. The first which is attached to the same side of the carbon, then it called as a Z isomer. If the first position which is opposite to the carbon side, then it is a E. Same side Z, opposite side E by the SIP rule, which we follow in a RS model. Next example, cisplatin for the cis and trans model. Here's the dark line which is present on the same side of the platinum. So this is the cis, and the dark line which is present on the opposite side of the platinum, then the model is a trans. But in case of the platinum, cis platinum is a more active compound. Then the last point, homomer, enantiomers, epimers, diastereomers and anomers. There is a difference in these compounds. The homomers are a superimposable mirror images of each other. They having a same physical and chemical properties. Here's the monosaccharide. The same compound which is present on a same side, if it present on a right or superimposable mirror images of each other, then the compound is known as a homomers. The example of homomers is when we see our hands in a mirror, then these are the superimposable mirror images of each other. Next is enantiomers, which are a non-superimposable mirror images of each other, same physical chemical properties and can't separated. So here's the example, D and L isomers for the enantiomers. Next is epimers, non-superimposable non-mirror images of each other. Only one carbon containing different orientation. So the example, in this, the last but one carbon containing the OH which is on a right side, and this carbon containing OH which is on a left side. So the only one carbon rotation is a different in this compound. That's why the compound is called as a epimers. If a more than one compound having a different orientation, then the compound is known as a diastereomers. It also non-superimposable non-mirror images of each other. So containing two carbons, those have orientation in a different. So the compound containing different physical properties, different specific rotation. Here's the compound, the hydrogen which is present on left side, but in this hydrogen present on one is on a right and two is on a left side, and here's the rotation changes. Here's the last but one and third carbon's rotation are changes, means the compound is a diastereomers. So next compound is a anomers, non-superimposable nor mirror images of each other. First carbon containing aldoses and second is a ketoses. So here is the example, first carbon containing OH and this one containing OH, but both are in a opposite side. So the compound is known as anomers. Next compound is a meso compound. These are optically inactive or achiral compound. They are not containing chiral compound. So when we halve the compound, they gives the RS are opposite. One gives R, the second gives S. Means both are the isomers are different. So the compound is a meso compound. The isomers are not a same in a compound. If it is a R, then it is a S. If is S, then the second one is a R. Last one is a racemic mixture. It containing 50-50% of enantiomers called RS plus or minus, means 50% of dextro or 50% of leo, 50% of R, 50% of S, 50% of plus, 50% of minus compound. Then the compound is called as a racemic mixture. So here's the isomers chapter is completed. Thank you.